in spite of the efforts we're making at the moment, the potential dangers that are ahead of us. But we have also Awal Mohammed, who is with the NDC and
MPP.
Sorry, MPP.
Or used to be with the NDC.
No, he's with the MPP.
He used to be our youth organizer.
And he is going to give us his thoughts on the issues so far. Well, let's the general thoughts on the Akosombo Dam spillage, where we find ourselves, and then I want your comments on the things that the sanitation minister said.
Okay. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and good morning to our cherished viewers, and good morning to my uncle, Sampiali. I think if the nurse you are talking about is watching this show, what she can do without the health insurance card is that when she dials *929#, she link the health insurance card with the Ghana card.
Her phone is gone.
No, you were talking about a nurse.
Yeah, okay.
So the moment you link it, you go to the hospital with a Ghana card. Without the health insurance card, you can still access healthcare. I was at Ganoff Hospital the last time. With my Ghana card, I didn't go with the health insurance card because I linked it with the Ghana card. I was able to access. So the Ghana card now serves as the health insurance card,
yes,
and
true.
Senate as well. So you can, she can do that.
She's star what?
Yes, *929#. That's what she can use to really link.
I've
it
also
up.
done mine, so I know it for a
Exactly.
fact. That it works, yeah.
So on this issue, I think I'll start from the president's comment.
Okay.
That the president was there to really empathize with the people. But before the president went there were commentaries around what is happening there. And the late at which the president went there, the timing of the president's visit. And again, there were a lot of issues about why did the president not tweet or took to his social media platform to really comment about it, because when it happens elsewhere, they see the speed at which the president does it. So all these criticisms were there. And when the president went there, he was trying to tell them what they are coming to do as a government, and he has set up a committee that will work for the rebuilding of the place. So because the president also is a human, and the president also heard all the commentaries by MPs like Jifa Gomashi and somebody like Clement Apak, who were making it political, saying that the president didn't go there because that place is really not the stronghold of DMPP. So that was the reason the president used the occasion to respond to these commentaries by them. And even we were inundated on social media with a lot of messages that are really political.
Okay.
So the president went there and said, Ghanaians are in trouble. In 2017, I swore an oath to protect every Ghanaian. And I'm here because Ghanaians are in trouble. And I will make sure that I will protect every Ghanaian. If it is about politics, I wouldn't even come here. It's about a Ghanaian who is in need, I am here. And he said it amidst laughter. And you could tell that everyone there was really laughing because they felt that that was not it. It was just an icebreaker to just tell the people that this is really a serious thing, but at least there is a saying in Tree that Yesukra ejai him. So definitely that was why the president said that. So even later when people were having issues with that, the Queen Mother of Mepe came out to say that they sitting there didn't see any offensive language from the president. They had the interventions the president wanted to do. So she was surprised to hear people saying that the president went there to insult them.
In fact, let me help your cause. Right? There's a couple of headlines here on citinewsroom.com. President said, we'll do everything possible to support Akosombo Dam spillage victims. He also said, another headline says, let's not politicize Akosombo Dam spillage and its aftermath.
Exactly. So that was what the president went there to do. So if you tell me that statement from the president is unfortunate, I do not, maybe you don't know the premise at which he made those statements. So he went there purposely to see to it that the people are safe, and that was it. The committee, my uncle is saying that the committee is not very necessary at this point in time. He wanted to see technocrats and so on. I can tell you in all honesty that what VRA has done is the reason today, as we speak now, we've not recorded any casualties, especially people dying, recorded. That's the underlying word, because it's possible that people may have died that we have not seen them. But I am saying that looking at the trajectory, looking at how it started, they started the Downhuso campaign 2023 in early September. On the 5th of September, there was a press release from VRA warning the people that there will be really torrential rainfall. On the 12th of September, there was a meteor report that the Bagre Dam will be spilled and it will affect us, and there was torrential rainfall in the northern region. And on the 15th, they said they will start the spillage on the 15th, and they rightly started on the 15th. By 20th, they came out with a release and said that the small spilling will not be enough. They will have to spill on a higher scale so that they are able to really protect that dam and protect livelihood as well. Because almost all the technocrats are saying that if we leave the place to collapse, half of Tema will go. It means if from Akosombo to Tema, half of Tema will go, it means Ada,
everything in the
Sege,
way will also go.
And almost all the places will go. So what they are doing is a necessary evil. The spillage is not really something that we will say it's. I've heard a lot of commentaries that it's even man-made because they spilled it and the people's livelihood had to go. Unfortunately, the commentary by the Minister for Sanitation, I'm sure maybe she followed the itinerary when they were warning them, move. And they didn't move. And that was the reason she came out with that. But I think it's not really a justification for her to say that they were not moving. This is a place where someone has been living all his life. And the split had happened in 2010, the last time. And in 2010, it was not at this scale. So almost all those who have properties, I am sure by 2010, they still had those properties there. So when you tell them that move because there will be spillage, they may think that it will not be as greater as we have it today. And one of the reasons maybe they didn't.
But I even heard that last year there were also warnings of a spillage coming, but it didn't happen because I think the rainfall patterns did not reach the levels that required a spillage to happen. You know, but then for me, my greatest challenge in all this, is that, fair enough, VRA can give warnings. You can have
they and NADMO alongside NADMO.
Yes, you can give warnings. You can have meetings with the community members and say this is going to happen. All of those things, but two things. Number one, how come that at least to my knowledge, here at Citi and any other media house did not carry any of such warnings? Because you see, we have about 20 different partner stations across the country, right? If people listen to radio, if you say you are doing announcements and you are doing conscientization and all of that, were there information vans in the villages? Were they traveling around village to village with information vans? I don't know. Number two, why was it not on radio? Why was it not on media? So that we announce it, we talk about it and say, look, impending 2 months' time, it's very likely we're going to have to spill. So, announce it. Let's heighten the necessity for people to start moving. Now, then the other part of it is that if you are doing evacuation plan, you're supposed to provide evacuation centers for people to go to. They did not provide. I don't know that there are any evacuation centers anywhere. And that's my biggest challenge in all of this. You see, I like the relief efforts we're making, but again, we are doing reactive measures. You see, so when you say people should move to where?
So, you see, when you check, nobody thought it would get to this scale.
I agree.
Even though VRA had planned to spend 20 million cedis on these humanitarian activities that they have been embarking on, because they knew if the spillage comes, some people will be affected, and they have earmarked 20 million Ghana cedis to do that. It means they knew they will happen. And they have 20 centers at the moment. I know there are 20 evacuation centers.
Where?
That has been, yes, in the communities that has been really earmarked, and they have been evacuated to those places. And that is where, when Citi went there with your relief items, you went and met them and gave it to them. So I believe that this, because I was in Savannah region about 2-3 weeks ago. I used the Yeji stretch. I got to Yeji. I used to go there some time back to do some tradings there. I'm into cattle rearing, so I go there to buy cattle and so on.
You have to talk business after the show.
When I went there 2 weeks ago, almost all the market was in the middle of the water.
Okay.
So I got to know that there will be trouble. So when I heard that the Akosombo Dam needs to be spilled, I knew that indeed what I have seen over there. And I heard a lot of stories on some media houses that they carried, that there are communities within the Puru area, even at that time, that have been carved out, that they cannot even access their communities and so on. And looking at what the stories Richard sent me this morning, you could tell that even the MP, Komna Donko, was saying that about 9 communities have been displaced. And about 9 to 12,000 people don't even have a place to sleep at the moment, and all their livelihood is gone. The committee that was set up by the president is for the rebuilding of the entire place and making sure that at least the people there are also safe. That is the reason you have 13-member cabinet ministers in that committee. You have the interior minister, you have the local government minister, you have the sanitation minister, and you have the roads and highways minister, and you have works and housing. These are ministers who will go for the rebuilding of the place. I am happy that the agric minister is saying that they have voted a 40 million grant that they received from World Bank to go in there. Those who have lost their farms, they will restore all the farms after the water has receded. So I believe that this is something that has come and we really did not anticipate it. And it's a disaster. We must not politicize it. What the minister has said, I wish he had not said that. That they were supposed to leave and so on. Even if you see the thing coming, you may think that let me just protect my property and so on. So I think that the people did no wrong by not moving as quickly as possible. The only thing is that they are able to move, and we have not recorded any casualty. We have not recorded anyone dead. The only thing is that we've seen that almost all their livelihood is gone. Touching on education, it's sad that when I look at my children are in Kumasi going to school, the same curriculum, and the children in all the 3 Tong constituencies are not in school. It is really, really sad. Again, Ghana Health Service is there. Ghana Health Service is saying that even if you don't have health insurance card, you must be taken care of. So the nurse can still go to hospital because Ghana Health Service is taking care of almost everyone there. Because the Minister of Health is part of the committee, and as part of the work that they are doing, they said if you are accessing healthcare, it is free there. And they have expended over 1 million Ghana cedis on medicines and some things that they need to help the people at least get proper health care. I think the only thing is that the people will have to really assess the situation, especially the VRA, as they are saying that they will not spill again. Let's assess the situation, look at how, if they will be able to move back. Those who have built on the waterways should not be allowed to build there again, and they should not be allowed to move back there again. I know for a fact that there are some people who have already received compensations because according to VRA, they said they, at a point in time, they saw that some people, if they do spillage, it will affect their properties, and they've paid compensations for them before. So those who have received the compensation should not be allowed to build or move back to those areas. I know that reconstruction is really in the pipeline, that government will try and reconstruct and see if they will be able to salvage some things to help the people get some kind of livelihood.
All right, okay. Sambi, do you have any, I saw you writing down some notes as Awal was speaking before.
Well, let me again say that I want to hold my principle that what is ahead of us is not political. I don't want that political angle of it. But otherwise, if it's everything that Awal hears about him that he has to respond, there will be chaos in the country, right? As soon as we elect you as the president, that's why my MP, Oslewusu, I don't call him MP. I call him MP for Dansoman. Because immediately you skew her to be MP. Then when he comes to the constituency, he doesn't have to talk to me. You know, we should get this thing clear. No, the issue of, because people were making social media comments, people were doing all those things, that don't have to get to the president. You understand? For him to make such statements. Now, well, this nest I'm talking about is not outside the constituency. He was in the center, one of the centers, St. Kizito Center, when one woman had treatment, but she could not because her national ID card, health insurance was not there. See,
but Ghana Health Service is saying that you don't need health insurance to access health
well,
care.
If this is a message,
yes, this is the message.
You are in communication, Kweku is in communication, I'm also in communication. When you communicate and it does not elicit action, then you have not communicated.
That's true.
I want you to know that.
Yes.
So you asked a very intelligent question. Today there are a lot of media stations, FM stations. So if such carnage, let me use it, is going to happen, then the VRA can be assessed to find out whether they did enough or they didn't do anything at all. If you issue a press statement, the village man, the man at his farm at Mepe, what is the press statement going to do for him? You see, in its entirety, we would have been judged, all the effort by VRA or any other group would be judged by the impact. You know, and recently in the Midwest America, there was a flood. 2 days, the president had not gone there, and you saw what happened. You know, we love our presidents. We cherish them. We give them all we need to give them because they must be there for us. So in situations where in Notre Dame, the president twists, other places he twists. You know, in Sierra Leone, our vice president even sent goods there. And if it's 10 days, nothing has happened, and people have a right to talk. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
Now, you said they should move, and you asked the question, they should move to where? Well, when you went to the Salaga market, is it Salaga market?
No, that's Yeji.
Yeji market.
Yes.
And you told the people, move. What were you telling them? Move to where? The VRA knew that there was going to be this spillage. They have all the technical infrastructure. Now, if this thing happens and it reaches here, these are our measures. If it reaches here, these are our measures, right? So if it comes here, then we need to find an evacuation center, you know, build some portable toilets and everything, ready. Ready. Before you move them there.
I mean, it's like what we did with COVID, for example. We were not waiting for people to get COVID before we say, okay, now the COVID people have reached 2,000, so we have to build more. No, we built it and put it there so that facilities were there, so that in case you get
one property in the eastern region which we have not used. So the preparation was awful. I don't hold breath for people because if you ask me to be on the side of the two, I will err on the side of the victims. The evacuation centers we are talking about are not those which have been erected by the VRA. This is St. Kizito Hospital existing. No, when the VRA was telling the people to move, was their plan that they should move in the classrooms, and what happened to the students?
Mostly that is what is done when there are
No, that's not what is done.
It's done in churches, classrooms.
The NADMO and the rest
it's
from
done,
today.
It's done reactively. And unfortunately, that's what we do. And for me, you see, as I was coming to work this morning, I was just thinking about the whole issue and everything else. And I realized that, I was at 37 Military Hospital a few months ago, and I actually witnessed a preparation exercise where the soldiers are about to go for peacekeeping, but they are going as medics. Simulation.
Yeah.
Good. They were doing simulations, and they had tents, set up. Okay, and so in my mind, I was thinking, so why if we're going to vote 20 million as VRA, why are you not even putting some of them into saying, let's provide 50 tents dotted around high-level areas where we say, listen, it's not permanent. You're going to go here to the water receipts, but we need you to move now. Yeah. And then engage Ghana Armed Forces, Ministry of Interior, Ghana Armed Forces, Ministry of Defense, whatever. Engage them and say, we are moving the people now because the waters are coming. Do you see the thing? Yeah. That's more of how I think about this. So I don't know.
I know NADMO and VRA did simulation exercises in all these communities.
But you're doing simulation without having a center.
Chief,
I don't understand that.
Chief, you see, you can
That's
do
my
a
challenge.
simulation of an aircraft. It doesn't mean that you're a pilot.
You still have to fly the real plane.
You see, now, what Kweku is saying, I very much agree with him.
Yeah, I agree that
NADMO should by now have acquired about 1,000 tents.
Yeah.
Kept.
Seriously.
Yeah. You see what I mean? Now, the VRA itself, are they saying that the water levels are left to the God to remove? In America, recently, when there was a flood, within 3 days, they have drained the whole water system. You see what they are not. You see, but this is the time. This is the time that if you had declared a state of emergency, they would have come to help you.
No, we don't need state of emergency in this.
We actually do.
No,
we actually do.
Read the contents. Read the constitution about the state of emergency.
And I don't want to take away from what you're saying. So here's the challenge. You see what he was saying about the integrity of the dam. What is happening now, and what you witnessed in Savannah?
Yes.
Akosombo Dam could break apart.
Yes.
And if it breaks, we are in so much trouble as a country. It's not just the flooding.
Losing the
power infrastructure, housing, flooding, people will die
the flooding is even
thousands.
Yes.
It will be worse than the
millions, not thousands.
It will be worse than the Noah's Ark.
Come from Akosombo to Tema.
Yes.
So definitely millions of people.
Let me explain to you. If the president is minded to resolve the problem entirely, this water standing there, 1 week more, it will be so toxic that even using a boat on it is dangerous. The water,
but it's receding if you check.
And I'm saying that it's receding by the act of God. Elsewhere, that's not what happens. You see,
we should dredge. We should force the water out. We should figure out I don't know.
One of the engineers said, Sam, we can do something with common sense, right? And he says, I said, why? So you see, all the fire tenders, that are left in the various fire stations because they are not roadworthy, their pumps are okay. And these are very, very powerful pumps. So if you assemble about 100 or 20 of these pumps on a mobile articulator, and start sucking the water, water flows. When there's a little draw, it will flow. You understand? I'm not talking about relief items. Today, I'm not talking about relief items or politics, but how to solve the problem.
Yeah.
For Christ's sake. For Christ's sake.
Is the reason the cabinet, 13-member cabinet committee is working on it.
The last time there was
to see how we can get
I'm hoping to see the
last time
results.
there was interministerial committee, our galamsey wasn't. What we have here is not a political solution. What we have here is to get the hydrologists and other people together to be talking.
When they even talk, you need finances. That's why the finance minister is on that committee. When they do that, you need the interior minister because you need the military there. So the interior minister is there as a lead.
Are you listening to me? I, as a citizen,
they are not there working, or they are just in trying to sit down.
sitting here.
Yes.
I have seen the danger that will happen. And as an innocent layman, I am saying that I'll be more comfortable if I'm listening to the technical people.
The technical man was there yesterday.
Talking about relief items.
No, he talked about a lot of things.
So let me finish.
You only heard about the relief items.
You see, again, this is not a time for our usual give and take politics. Because if the water breaks the Akosombo Dam, there will be no NDC, NPP.
Yeah.
Already, Kweku, we cannot even manage the wager spillage. And you know the wager is also now, they are also threatening to spill now.
Yeah. I mean, the rainfall patterns have changed completely
And
this year. So
look at our colleague. Look at when it floods, what happens in the circle, at the cycle place. We are not in normal times. So I want to end by saying that this is what happened. We should call for international assistance. You know, when Malcolm, remember Malcolm along this way, collapsed.
Yeah.
Malcolm collapsed.
Yeah.
Immediately we called the Israelis,
Yes.
because they have expertise in doing that.
Yeah, search and rescue.
But fortunately, some Galamsey guys at Achimota, they did the excavation. Before the Israelis came, they have done that. Let us call for international assistance, because what is ahead? Even the people who constructed the dam, okay, we should bring them in to see how they can strengthen or safeguard the dam. I am scared the dam should collapse.
It will not.
No, I'm not saying it. All my prayer this morning is that it should not collapse. Because if it collapses, it is no sweet news.
Yeah.
It is no sweet news. The Volta River is not only at Akosombo. It's not only at Akosombo. It goes all the way to Abu Jinapor's place, whatever. Bupe.
Yeah.
And
that is.
I had a video at
Jinapor's area.
Under the bridge. The water was kitty. My prayer is that Burkina Faso should not also
open theirs.
So that's what I'm saying, that we need technical solution, not political solution. If the technical people say they need 20 million, right? People will understand and accept than a minister saying that we need 20 million.
Well, final comments. Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is that the committee that was set up is to make sure that
they know what's our committee. They know what's our committee.
And again, they will also look at solutions to the problem so that at least it will not recur again. That is the mandate of that committee. The committee is set up to really look at what has come out of the place, because they went to the place themselves, met the residents, met the VRA officials and NADMO officials, and they are looking at how they are able to really reconstruct the place. That's the reason the Works and Housing Minister and the Roads Minister are saying that they will use $5 million to construct the roads that have been destroyed by this and a few other things. I know that at the end they may proffer some solutions that tomorrow, if there is any spillage, at least we'll be able to really contain it, especially when we're even discussing it even this morning, and you are saying that why not we have even areas that we have built already, getting tents for the NADMO and some few other things. I think all these are things that will help us at least navigate everything, so that later when it happens again, because this is a natural disaster, and when it happens again, we'll be able to contain it.
All right, thank you very much. I think we've run out of time. We can't tackle the last topic, so we'll just leave it there as it is. Thank you very much to you.
Are you aware that if we don't take care, our British High Commission, Ghana High Commission, will be sold out?
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a judgment debt issue?
Yeah, the judgment debt issue. We went to a court, came and slept as if the court judgment was dead. Now they are saying.
You are introducing another
No,
thing,
yeah,
I'm also scared about that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I used to be scared about. There are quite a lot. So I want to say a big thank you to you, Sapi Ali Esquire, for coming through, President of the NDC Professionals Forum, and Awa Mohammed, member of the National Communication Team for the MPP. Thank you very much for coming.